Alright folks, well, good afternoon. Welcome along to our live stream for Carpenter Realty today. A big welcome along. I think it's the first auction of the year, so a big welcome back. Some great opportunities to be able to secure some properties today, but a number of properties coming up in the next couple of weeks for you. If you are going to be tuning in live, we roll these every Thursday, and be watching out on our website, obviously, for those timings around the auctions that are going to be taking place. But two great properties up for your consideration here this afternoon, and some opportunities to be able to raise your hand unconditionally in just a moment. As we know, in the current marketplace, the banks have been quite slow in releasing funds, so a few more people have shifted themselves to the conditional side. It means that they wouldn't be able to bid here unconditionally today. No concern whatsoever. It just means that we have a little bit more work to do after the auctions if they didn't sell here unconditionally. To those that are bidding, however, unconditionally, that opportunity to be able to take it sort of off the market, so to speak, exists for you in the next sort of half hour or so, and we're going to wish you all the very best in doing so. We take you through the terms and conditions under which you'll bid and buy. They've been supplied as unconditional terms for your bidding, and each of those contracts will display both physical terms and also legal descriptions. A list of chattels they've supplied for you as well. They'll be coming along with the properties as you purchase them, and as you will have seen from those chattels is as you will buy. Settlement dates they're noted for you as well. That is the day to be able to move in and enjoy the property unless you've agreed otherwise in writing, and late settlement fees are charged if you were to settle later than those agreed dates in play. We go into the back of those contracts provided. Further terms of sale, they're listed for you as well. If there's anything we need to disclose about the properties, we'll detail that for you there in the further terms of sale part of the documentation. A couple of standard additions to that document are added to the back, and including that COVID-19 clause, just to make sure we are well aware of how we transact if we went to levels we could not. Fingers crossed that never happens again. We go to the rest of the contract, and it shows that we bid here cash and unconditionally for our offerings. There are reserve prices on each of the offerings today. If I can reach those reserves, happy to put the properties on the market and sell them to you. If we don't reach those reserves, obviously I pause, I negotiate. We'll go backwards and forwards a few times and see if we get to a level that works unconditionally. If the properties are passed in, it means we go into that next step. I would imagine there's a significant amount of conditional interest lying in the wings on both of these properties, and so that means that generally people will go into what's called a multi-offer and go into that sort of blind negotiation. But on the unconditional side of the fence, open, transparent negotiation, and if there is a bid against a party, then at least you know exactly where they sit. Folks, I can place vendor bids. We use vendor bids just to protect the owner's interests. I'm well aware of the feedback throughout the course of these campaigns, however, so I won't be placing vendor bids that exceed that level of feedback through the course of the campaigns. But just know that if I do use that vendor bid, it's a light low level, allow you to bid over and above. We have some conversations with you from that point on. Folks, that's about it really for our terms, cash and unconditionally. Those that are watching conditionally, we will be in touch with you straight away if we did not sell here tonight, but we roll through the first of the offerings up on screen, and we will take you through as we progress. Obviously, the details of the properties themselves, they will be displayed here, a bit of numbering in the corners there as well, just to show you exactly where we sit in terms of value, and obviously the contracts I will run through first off. But our first property here, 1/71 Estelle Road in Birkdale, is the home. I will run you through the terms and conditions that have been supplied over the last couple of weeks. Ali Halso and Diana McCaw have been in charge of the marketing of this one, and a fantastic team doing great work across the North Shore area and surrounding. Folks, the chance to be able to secure this one, 1/71 Estelle Road. I'd like to thank our owner Rachel, a great lady, and thank her for entrusting with the property. We have the terms in supply, and obviously the property being cross-lease freehold, a half share of 1,113 square metres, so a really good sized site available for you. Flat one and deposited plan 114097, and title is NA 60B folio 301. Now, vacant possession, you can move into this one on Friday the 4th of March 2022, unless indeed you agree otherwise in writing, obviously. And the rest of the terms are as standard and as supplied. No concerning clauses in this contract whatsoever. A really nice contract to transact under tonight. And to the back of the contract with your chattels, they're all inclusive stove wrench or the dishwasher light fittings, the heat towel rails, heat pump, the curtains, the fixed floor coverings, and the drapes, all included for your purchasing here tonight. Folks, that's it. The details have been well provided. We take you through a bit of an overview of the property now up on the screen. Well, here it is, a beautiful sunny spot, move-in ready. It's a home that is neat and tidy, modern in terms of its fixtures and fittings, and a nice heat pump up on the wall, keeping things cool in these slightly muggier days and warm in the winter. Looking through, obviously nicely set up and neatly done by the owners over the course of the ownership, and the renovation that has taken place over the years there as well. But you can continue to renovate this to your heart's content. It's completely up to you. Really nice touches of wood and stained glass window there as well, giving it a nice hint and touch of character throughout the home. Always nice to see those charm of yesteryears that are kept in through properties. Good size in each of your bedrooms as well. You see a nice little bit of foliage on the outside there, so a good amount of privacy. And obviously a home that is going to be very enjoyable for the lucky buyer. Now, as we know, Birkdale, it's continued to jump in leaps and strides, and so we'd expect that to continue. Obviously, Birkenhead, nice and close by, has some pretty favourable position, and this one here in Birkdale, a great spot that has had some really good attention. So, folks, we've seen it, loved it, are ready to secure it, is bathed in sunlight and ready to go. Folks, we are going to put it to you for your opening bidder offer. It is now that we have that chance to be able to purchase here unconditionally. Obviously, post-auction, those conditional offers will roll in straight away. Over to you, team. 888. So we kick it away here. $880,000 starts us. 880 entered in here with Todd's buyer. So at $880,000 now. The opportunity open to here, team, at $880,000. All right, I called it away for 3 calls and 3 calls only. $880,000 started here, Todd, and on phone. Second opportunity here at $880,000 our offer. Our third and our final, then at $880,000 our bids. All right, Tim, I'm just going to move it slightly north of the level of 950, a bit over and above. Happy to have some conversation with you from that point on. No further vendor bidding from me. So at $950,000, 950. A bit over and above that level, happy to have some chat and see where we get to here this evening. Nothing above that level, obviously we go straight into the post-auction market. It does open it up to the conditional market here as well. So at $950,000, 950 is a bit of a line in the sands. We take it north for you here, team. I call it away for you. It is our first chance at $950,000. Do we take it at 960 maybe there, Tots?
960, Tim.
960s in. So 960 now, a nice little place to start. We are pausing and negotiating. Obviously a wee way off the instructions here tonight, but a good chance to have a chat with the lead bidder and see where we get to. So at $960,000 just at present. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. If there is nothing further, I'm going to go have a chat with Todd's buyer here and see if we can get something together for them unconditionally tonight. First chance, second buyers, third and last at $960,000. Okay, we'll be back to you very shortly with instructions. The next to the 10 or so minutes we'll be negotiating and we're back onto lot number 2. Thank you. All right, folks, thanks for your patience. A little conversation with the buyer and vendor. There has been movement on price, but not to the point that we can sell it here unconditionally tonight. It'll be music to the ears, obviously, of the conditional market watching. There has been an announcement around price in terms of where it will be priced straight after the auction. Obviously, negotiations got to that mil mark, but not enough to be able to secure tonight. There will be a price on the property immediately, about to be put up online at $1,089,000. Makes it the most affordable property in Birkdale. It is obviously an important one to jump into the mix as soon as you can if you have interest in that property. I'd imagine Ali's phone is about to ring hot. So at $1,089,000 buyers, the property will be priced there, passed in there at $1 million. And we're going to wish you all the very best for those that have interest after the auction. Folks, that one is passed in, but will sell, I would imagine, very, very quickly. Be sure to get in that property and that negotiation in the next 24 hours if you would like to. I'll be back to you, team, with lot number 2. Thank you. All right, folks, thanks for your patience. A little conversation to be had there. It seems like Ali's already getting the text through on that last property, so all the best in negotiating. I take you to the next offering. It is number 9 Cockane Crescent in Sunnynook, and we bring to your attention the property up behind me, Liz and Dora. Liz Mole, fantastic agents in Dora alongside there as well. Brought to the market this one here in Sunnynook. It is number 9 Cockane Crescent, and as you can see, it's a very solid offering, but the land underfoot no doubt will be the most important for many. A great chance to be able to secure yourself a spot in Sunnynook, a central location here on the North Shore, offering plenty to you in terms of lifestyle, schooling and amenities. Folks, I take you to the contracts. Well, that detail has been provided by Liz over the last couple of weeks. The unconditional bidding terms for number 9 Cockane Crescent in Sunnynook have been displayed. Freeholders, the property 637 square metres of land. Lot 182, deposited plan 70086. Title number is NA 25D folio 897. Now, Thursday the 10th of February 2022 have been displayed for your settlement date, and the interest rate for late settlement 14% per annum. To the back of this contract, I will give you detail in relation to the clauses 22 through 24 standard clauses, and that clause 25, just a 9.31 general terms, is varied to the extent that the vendor, not being an occupation of the property, makes no warranty to serviceability of Schedule 2, which is chattels. So pretty minor, but obviously just having not occupied the property, it's very hard to warrant that. Folks, that chattels list is extensive and well attached. Most of those noted obviously in as is where is condition. Swimming pool's empty and the pool pump needs replacing, so on an as is where is basis there as well. But I would imagine not too many people are looking at this for the home itself, but if you are, a good opportunity to add value. Well, folks, we take you to the screen. Number 9, Cockaigne, is a good, solid offering. Whether this is a buy and hold, a good rental investment, or whether an opportunity to land bank into the future, this one represents good value. Sunnynook, as we know, one of those central locations on the shore that's continued to see great growth. You've got great schooling, obviously, and everything is just at your fingertips. Solid as you'd like in terms of construction, and plenty of space around the outside of the home to enjoy as well. A large downstairs area, as we saw in that last shot, with a garage and storage area. Up to the upstairs, plenty of foliage surrounding this home, a good sense of privacy, lovely coloured floors throughout as well. I'm sure you can tart them up to a fantastic level. But obviously the home itself, if you did choose to rent this out, you'll get good strong returns regardless of whether you choose to renovate or not. But here it is, folks, a home that's well laid out, well set out, and obviously with that area underneath there may be some opportunity to add value via the further development of that underfloor area. But as you can see, the steel beams underneath, as solid as you like in construction. The pool at the back of the property, obviously ready to use. You just got to chuck a bit of water in it by the looks. But it is a home that no doubt we'll look at in 5 or 10 years' time and say we bought very, very well in Sunnynook. Now, conversations with Liz and team, the market again speaking pretty heavily on the conditional side of this one. No concerns whatsoever. It just means we jump straight into those conditional negotiations. It means the agents need to go to work straight afterwards to make these deals happen. So my instruction is very simple with this one. The vendor said, hey, I'm not to influence the market in any direction. We are just going to go straight into that post-auction interest, and you are welcome now to be able to make some offers at a level that works for you, whether it's unconditional or conditional, obviously entertaining it all. And you are now welcome to do it. I go 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 1. We do pass that property in. We go straight into the post-auction market with that one. Liz and team will be fielding those offers, and we do look forward to putting that sold sticker up in a slightly delayed but a good positive position in the very near future. Folks, that wraps us up here today. Obviously, both the properties passed in available to that conditional market straight after auction. It does mean, obviously, at this stage that the property is very likely to go to multi-offer straight after auction. It means that there's some heavy competition sitting on that side. If you are able to get yourself in an unconditional state, it does give you some position of strength to make sure that you can take these properties off market before it goes to that heated multi-offer position. So buyers, wish you all the very best with that. To our owners also, in getting those together. And if you are just tracking the marketplace, stay in touch with our agents. I'm sure we can update you as to what price they sell for. Thank you so much. We'll see you again.